Hi there, my name is Jo and this is my channel Creative Empowerment. Thanks for joining me today. I'm really excited to do this video. This is part 3 of a 3-part series that I've been doing. You may want to check out part 1, which is change. Where is change showing up for you? The second part is growth or grow. Where are you being asked to grow? And the third one is renew. This is pick a card about renewal in your life. So that could be endings and beginnings. But this to me feels like a really strong energy. I've had a very big download of energy coming in today. So I'm really excited to get started. As always, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, if you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I put a pick a card up. So we have 4 piles. If you're new to pick a card readings, there are 4 piles here for you to choose from. They start pile 1, pile 2, pile 3 and pile 4. And when you know which pile, you can jump ahead in the description box below will be timestamps. And if you like to choose with crystals, I'll put them on now. We now have our crystals there. So pile 1 has a beautiful ocean jasper. Pile 2 we have ruby infusionite. And then pile 3 we have the big Kambaba jasper, which is also called crocodile jasper. Lastly, we have pile 4 with new jade. If you'd like to pause the video to make your selection, you can go ahead and do that. And when you know which pile is calling you for today, all about renewal in your life, then jump ahead to your reading or readings. If you pick 2 piles, there may be more than one message here for you. Hi pile 1, if you chose the beautiful ocean jasper, this is your pick a card reading, all about renewal. So death, rebirth, they're the themes that we're sort of looking at with renewal. Pile 1, we have some energy around travel here with rebirth for you. And it feels like a rebirth around travel, which is kind of weird. Perhaps you work in travel industry. Perhaps you are someone who is a keen traveler and you're about to step back into it. Perhaps you need to travel for work. You know, there's a lot of different reasons that this could be showing up as a renewal for you, because we've been in a stage where many of us haven't been able to travel. But there is this change coming in and a renewal when it comes to travel and a new beginning. It's definitely a new beginning. So this travel card, we have the travel figure and she looks like she's pregnant. I'm not sure if it could be a hip, but it feels like a pregnancy to me. And what I mean, and that to me is giving me the signal of a new beginning around travel. And it's trusting that this will open up for you. Now, I know that there is lots of places that you can't travel to right now, India being one of them, with a lot of places around the world, not allowing travel to India. I don't really know why that's coming up, so I'm just saying what's here. And this is Vishnu, and he is talking to you about trusting, and he is hovering above the water. The travel card also shows water, so I feel like you'll be traveling across water. And that might mean that you're only, for some of you that might mean traveling over oceans, but it might mean over rivers, like it's literally water, not necessarily long distances, but travel over water. And there's some new horizons when you get there. So this is renewing itself in your life. And I feel like for some of you, it will bring a lot of joy, but there'll be a need to find an inner strength, because there is a lot of fear around at the moment, and traveling and moving around creates fear for people at this time. But it's going to bring in this happiness for you, and I feel like you need to shake the ground a bit and break the energy up of where you are and where you're standing. You could be actually traveling to somebody that you haven't been able to connect to in this time, or the two of you could be traveling. That's 2 different messages coming in there, but it's it'll feel a little bit topsy-turvy, this energy to me, this travel. Like the travel feels really secure, but the energy of moving into the happiness of it and understanding what it's going to bring for you actually feels a little bit topsy-turvy. Like it will sort of stir things up a bit. And that could be the connection here between, this is the soulmates card, and feeling like you're sort of completing something, whether that's in your relationship or meeting someone new. So for some of you, there may be meeting someone new here. The crystal blessings that are coming in here with the cathedral lightberry, and this sort of the shaking sort of, or the dance energy, which is about rattling, but it's about breaking up stagnation. You may want to, work with some crystals that do that break up stagnation, that allow you to move from a feeling of being stuck into one where you feel like there is more possibilities coming in for you. This is talking about a cathedral lightberry, but I don't feel that's the crystal that you need. I'm feeling more along a clear crystal, setting an intention with a clear quartz or something like that, around shaking up or breaking up the energy in your life. And this travel feels like that's important for you, because this renewal, the travel will give you this lightness of being, this happiness, this joy. But I feel like you will have to have courage and trust that everything will be okay. And obviously this is a group reading, so you listen to your own wisdom within and what you're being told to do, not listening to a group reading. But we have, very interestingly, we have the 8 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups talks to us about setting things up and then moving on, or leaving a situation. But this could be moving across water or going over water, and it definitely symbolizes that. So we've got this travel coming in again here. Perhaps for some of you, the travel is actually moving back home, moving back towards family. Like there could be this coming back to something you love. Temperance in the reverse coming in, and temperance is all about balance and going with the flow and restoring. But this is about you finding the right balance for you. This is about, so when I said about you finding the right balance, my solar plexus felt a real pull here, and we have solar plexus energy in this spread. So I feel like you may be getting guilted into something, or someone making you feel bad about something, and I feel like other people are trying to influence your own, who you believe you are, or a decision that you've got to make. This temperance in the reverse, I feel, is talking about that. Is talking about people might guilt you into thinking that you shouldn't do this. Like I said before, this is a group reading, so you go on what feels right for you. But I do feel like you may get some people showing up as obstacles in your way. It could be family members or what have you, who are telling you not to do this travel. And this card here is about putting things to right before you move on, or before you move. So like I said, the travel could be holiday travel, but it also could be relocation travel with this card here. And I do feel like there'll be people telling you not to do this. The Queen of Swords here, this is about not being clear about what it is that you want to do. So the Queen of Swords, usually she comes in and she brings in clarity. She's very secure in her knowledge of her self-belief in herself and what decisions she's going to make and how she's going to move forward. And she almost, tells people or life, come at me. But she's in the reverse here. So I feel like you don't have clarity around the decisions that you're making at the moment. And there does feel like it's in this same line as the happiness. So it's you sort of second guessing, and perhaps your happiness is going to put some other people's noses out of joint, upset some other people. So I do want to bring in some more cards for you, because this renewal energy, this endings and beginnings, there is a big shift coming for you. If you haven't watched the Change video, and if you haven't watched the Grow video, you may want to watch those. They're in this series. This is a series of picker cards. And it feels like those cards are important for you, or those readings are important for you at this time. Very interesting cards for you. You are renewing yourself. You are renewing your belief in yourself and your self-belief. So there is definitely another pile in the Grow one, and I can't remember the first one, but that is all about self-esteem, and this is about your self-esteem. The Seven of Wands is about believing in yourself and believing that, it's all about the solar plexus energy and trusting that you know what's good for you, you know what's right for you. The Ace of Cups is here to tell you that, you know, this is going to be something that fills you up. It's this travel that is coming into this renewal of round travel, or this move for you, is going to be the thing that you need to support yourself. You may need to defend your position here. This is exactly what I've just been saying down here. But I feel like this is around, we've got lots, you know, there's two wands cards here. And that's all about passion, excitement, and you fulfilling your own desires. And this is the power of joy and the courage to live your life in a joyful way. And sometimes, you know, we can have people around us, be family figures, it can be whomever, don't believe that we know what's best for us. And obviously I don't want you to listen to me either, but if your guides and your team and within you, within your own self, believe that this is the right thing for you to do, then you need to trust yourself and you need to back yourself, trust yourself. I feel that this is actually something that will bring you a lot of joy. There will be, you know, there will be some ups and downs here, but this is a real renewal for you. This is a real lifting you up. This is a new beginning. This is an ending of a sort, and this bringing in this new energy for you. As I said, there's a couple of videos in the other two series, in the other two picker cards that may relate for you, so go and check those out. Thanks for watching this video today. I hope this has brought some clarity into what's renewing for you in your life at the moment, the endings and beginnings. As always, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know when a new video gets uploaded. Thanks for watching again. See you soon. Bye for now. Part number 2. This is your reading about renewal in your life. A really strong energy coming through here of you being in your own power, of you being believing in yourself. We have the Strength card and we have strength here. Focus on your strengths, Apollo underneath. And I'm really sort of feeling that solar plexus kind of area. So it's really about your self-esteem and really about who you are at the core level. So you in your power. And when you feel free and when you're living from your passions too. So we've got passion and freedom with Hina. You're being called to live your truth. So a renewal for you is about living from who you really are inside and not doubting yourself. So we've got the doubt card here. I release the need to know all the answers. And sometimes when we are doubting ourselves, we think there's so much wrong with who we are, that we find all the problems, you know, that are in our lives. We find all of the obstacles in our way, and we allow ourselves to just completely scatter. And it's not us coming from our place of strength or power and passion. And it's not you being in your truth. So there's some beautiful cards in here coming in for you, pile number 2. Really gorgeous cards. And you may not feel that you're in this place, but this is a place of renewal for you. So it's, you know, endings and beginnings. You're ending out a passage of your life and you're going into this new beginning. And in the new beginning, some things have got to fall away. The things that are going to fall away are you feeling like you can't do life. You don't know how to be you. And that is really changing for you. The full moon is important for you. We've got the Strength and the Freedom card here. They're both in this really powerful full moon. So the full moon may be a time of you, it could even be one for passion as well. There could be dancing involved. There's a lot of fire here. So there's lots of excitement, passion, you know, like movement. So, you know, make sure that you're moving, but also make sure that you're going in nature, because nature is something that helps you reconnect to who you are as a being. The truth is for you, it's able to sort of to blossom in this environment, and the doubt falls away as well, that real grounded nature. Both of these cards, doubt falls away when you're in your truth, and when you're in nature, that really supports you, pile 2. A person who enjoys nature. Then we have the High Priestess, and it's in the reverse, and this is talking about discernment, prescience, prophecy and vision. And I feel like some of you, again, we've got the full moon out the back of the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is all about your intuition, following your intuition. And the thing about what is sort of where you might be right now, but where this renewal, so the renewal is a new energy coming in for you, or it's not new for you, but you're picking it back up again because we're talking about endings and beginnings and renewal. So the High Priestess is you in this stuck situation. This is you currently or in the near past. And this is you not listening to your intuition, not taking the things that you know about yourself, not bringing them in, into the core of who you are. Your core is really important at the moment because what is currently happening in your life is reshaping, renewing the very core of your being. But what that means is it's not changing anything about you. Some things are falling away. Some things you might need to let them go. Even if they're just let go for some time, you may need to pick them back up again later on. But this renewal of your energies at the core level is about you living from your truth. So let's bring in some more cards for you. We have retreat and we have sacred ceremony. Now these cards will again be put up so you can see them. So I'm being really drawn to the sacred ceremony first, which shows a picture of Uluru, but I'm really wanting only to see the sacred ceremony. So when I use these cards, often I'm only drawn to one of the words. And sacred ceremony is really important. Red jasper might be important for you too, because red jasper is really great at grounding your energy, really stabilizing too. So red jasper might be important for you to help work through those times when you're in doubt. But sacred ceremony, I feel like there's a lot of moon energy happening in here. So I feel like you should be really utilizing the moon and the cycles of the moon, sort of paying homage to the moon. What do I mean by that? I mean, at the new moon, you want to set your intentions. But we've got to, depending on when this video comes out, we're in the eclipse cycle when I'm starting to film this. That is, eclipses last for 6 months. We've just had a supermoon. These are all intense energies. They're building up and things like that. Your guides, your higher self, they want you to call that into attention. They want you to start paying attention to the moon cycles and utilizing them in your life. Now, sometimes this feels a little bit disempowering. Sometimes we might think to ourselves, oh, the moon is full. It means I'm going to lose my shit. It doesn't mean that at all. It means that you need to go with the moon and allow yourself to process some emotional stuff at the time of the full moon. And that might be, I was going to say, a real condensed type of release. But what I mean by that is go with it. If you go with the energies of something, it means you're supported through it. If you resist it and you're just trying to keep living the daily life, then that's when things start crashing down. Sacred ceremony, a little bit of sacred ceremony in your life, or this could be a renewal for you because you might have been someone who was quite interested in sacred ceremony and started working with it, and then you've let it go. And this could be you bringing that back in, this renewal, this rebirth. There is a time for you to retreat. Now, there is also a mountain in this picture, so for you it might be time to retreat into, a mountainous area. For all of you, that's probably not going to be possible. Find a place that feels good for you. It could be with a picture of a mountain. Mountains have a really strong energy, very connected to the earth and very stable. So connecting to that mountainous energy will be very, very great idea for you to do. So let's bring in some more information for you. What have we got? We're going to put these here. New life. You are birthing a new life. So your renewal is that your life is renewing itself. You are going through a phase where the old is obsolete. It's not quite yet. You might be still hanging on to it because I feel quite stuck, but I don't feel totally stuck. So I feel a little bit stuck. So I just wanted to let you know. So new life is you birthing yourself. You're not going through the growing pains of a new life, but that's where you could be while you're feeling this bit of stuckness, while you're not listening to your intuition. And to the sea. And the funny thing is that you may have picked in the second or first videos, there is also this card. So you may be getting some messages that you've already had. Now, to the sea in this card sometimes makes me feel lonely. This is past that energy. This is an energy of starting to know which way you're headed. So the 2 to C is about letting life take you. It's about going with the flow, which I'm not sure if I did mention that, but I feel like I have already. It's about trusting. It's about going with the flow. It's about following, your intuition, following the things that come up for you in your life, and living in your truth. And your truth means connecting in with who you really are at the core, which is what I've been talking about. And you're currently going through this rebirthing process or renewal process. These processes do not feel great. They do not feel fantastic. And then we've got some tarot cards which further bring out the energies, and these to me feel like past energies. So I'm going to talk about these as past energies, and then I'll bring in a couple to look at. So we've looked at this renewal, and now we're looking at why you're renewing things. So it feels like you've been locked out of an institution. So this could be marriage, this could be financially, this could be school related. You could have finished school. You could have, we're living in a worldwide pandemic when a lot of people who are doing learning online, you may literally not be able to attend a school. But there's something here that has been the ending of something for you. So that doesn't really make sense to me when I think about it in the sense of being locked out of a school, because there may be a time when you'll be able to go back. But you may feel like that's not going to happen, or you're at the end of your schooling and that didn't happen. You've been locked out of some institution. It's in the reverse here. So I feel like this was actually a good thing for you. The personal growth that you have experienced from this is actually really good for you. It may not feel like that because we've got the 3 of Swords here. So this might, feel pretty harsh. This is real emotional triggering time for you, and one that's bringing in a whole lot of new stuff for you, like all this passion and this freedom. So from this leaving your life, you've had this opening up, this renewal of a sort, but it may not have felt that great. So we're now connecting with that energy of why you're renewing something in your life. And we have the King of Swords. So we have 2 swords cards here. So this is really potentially quite a painful situation. The King of Swords could be the person that, enabled you being locked out of this situation or this institution. The King of Swords could be someone else who's around the situation, who's been kind of cutting with their remarks, not supportive. Yeah, it feels like there could be a not supportive male around you at the moment too. And I feel like a lot of you feel like you don't have someone supporting you at this time. Sometimes, this is going to sound a bit harsh, but sometimes when we're going through this kind of thing, our best friend is ourselves. And that's why you've got this strength here. That's the Apollo card. This is freedom and passion. Unless you actually experience your own stuff, you're going to completely doubt yourself. You're going to be second guessing your intuition. You're going to second guess who you really are at the core level. And this experience has come in for you so that you can learn from it and grow from it. Harsh, I know. So I want to bring in a card about this renewal. Where's it taking you? Where is this renewal taking you in your life? Where is this renewal taking pile 2, please? Okay, so interestingly enough, the 8 of Swords, another Swords card, so communication, air, mental activity. The 8 of Swords here is not in the reverse position, so you're not yet ready to let go of torturing yourself. And I say that with love, not in a harsh way. What I mean by that is that you're seeing yourself. You're seeing, this renewal is showing you what's happening in your life. You're able to see in the mirror that you are the one that is keeping the bind on yourself. This is anxiety. This is self-torture, self-abuse, and this is mistreatment of self. It can be extreme or it can be small for some of you, But this is showing up. This is you so that you can see the patterns so you can move on from it. It's not so you can see yourself and beat yourself up more. This is so you can see the pattern and see how strong you are and move on. We also have the King of Pentacles here, and this is either you or someone supporting you to live better on the earth plane, to understand what makes you tick, to understand your strength. So it's a real strong card again. But there's a lot of support here because there's the dog, which is all about loyalty. And the King of Pentacles is very, very relaxed in this card. He's sitting back. He knows he's really passionate. He knows he's got all this strength to call from. He knows he's living in his truth. And he knows he has people around him who support him. And this is I feel this is you. I don't feel like this is a person around you. It could be for some of you. But I feel like you'll have support around you anyway. You don't need one particular person to build you up. This is you being comfortable in your own skin. This is you feeling really satisfied, content, and happy. And because it's the earth plane, you might feel really comfortable where you are too. Well, not might, but it talks about that. It talks about you being comfortable where you are. So that's your environment. That's, your work, finances, home, career, family, all those things. The people around you, that's you feeling really comfortable and knowing who you are and being comfortable in your own skin. And then we have the Ten of Cups, so a beautiful card to come in for you. So after this struggle that you're going through, you're renewing your ability to see a great future for yourself and to be able to imagine a future. And for some of you, this will be attain the future, but there's no time frame here of this, all of your cups are filled up. You've got 10 of them because you're really happy, you're contented. Emotionally, you're really balanced and life feels pretty good. So this is a great card for you to end on. Pile 2. Thanks for watching today. Please like, share and subscribe. And like I said, if you haven't watched the first 2 in this series, they're in a playlist. So if you want to go and check them out, please do that. Please make sure that you hit the notification bell if you are subscribed so you're notified when a video gets loaded up. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye for now. Hi there, pile 3. If you chose the Kambaba Jasper or Crocodile Jasper, then this is your reading today. And our first card for you is confidence. You're going to have a renewal around your personal confidence. So pile 3. We have the card Orphaned as one of your first cards. And this is talking to me about, the state of where you might be feeling, what you might be feeling at the moment and where you have been in the recent past for sure. And you may have been feeling this for some time, for some of you. And it also feels like you have Jesus there, open your heart to love. And that's in the reverse position. So I feel like you've closed down a fair bit, but I feel like the reason that you have closed down and where you're going to have a renewal around your confidence. So that's, like an ending of a cycle and a new cycle's coming in, a new beginning. This feeling of being orphaned and left out in the cold, feeling like you've probably had people around you who feel like they're excluding you or not paying you enough attention. And it feels like you're closing, you've closed down your heart to some degree and it's really affecting your personal self-esteem and your belief in self. Now, if you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of this series, one is about change and one is about growth. And I do believe there's some messages in there for you. So you may want to go and watch that when you finish watching this. But this is about you understanding that none of that stuff, that things that people do to you has nothing to do with you. When we take stuff on board from other people, that has to do with us. The things that they say, that's their stuff and that's what they need to live with and, work through. But you have had to have a lot of persistence, or will need a lot of persistence when it comes to your personal growth around self-esteem and belief in self. I feel like you're probably really down in the dumps and that you're not seeing things to be grateful for in your life, this card talks about gratitude, and I don't feel like you're feeling that you've got things to be having gratitude about. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents, and I don't feel like that's a state that you're in right now. Kambaba Jasper is about, like it's a very strong earth stone, really grounding, and it's really good for taking you back to the core of who you are and bringing stability in there. And that's really what your self-confidence is about, is self-belief at a core level, knowing that you're a great person, that you have things to contribute to the world, and not feeling like you don't belong. This for you, there is a renewal here. So this means that this energy is past, is what my guides want me to tell you, is that this energy is past or passing for you. But you do need strength to go the distance. You do need to believe in yourself. You do need to know that you are stronger than you think, that what seems like something that you may think is undoable, it's not. You have persistence, you have go the distance. You are being told by Spirit that this is a big important shift for you, and it is time to pull out all the stops. I didn't realize that you had 3 cards here. So you have ancestor healing, self-expression, and initiation. So, you are not only healing whatever's going on for you in this circumstance, you're doing some renewal when it comes to your ancestors and the healing of your DNA. And for some of you, that might be a new sort of thing. But it's about, when we're working on things for ourselves, we can be someone who comes in to change our family lineage. We can be like a circuit breaker, and that is you. You are a circuit breaker in your family. And what that means is that whatever's happening to you at the moment, if this has been happening for a really long time, or if you know other people that it's happened to, you are healing your ancestral lineage. You are working on not only your own stuff, but you're working on a bigger picture stuff, which is why it feels so huge, which is why you don't feel like you fit in. And when we don't fit in, or when we feel like we don't fit in, it's not because we don't try hard enough. It's not because we aren't the right fit. What we're being shown by Spirit is we're being asked to go in another direction. If we can't fit with what we're trying to, get into, it means it's not the right fit for us. It's actually Spirit redirecting us, showing us that there is something over here that is better for us. And if we can stop pushing towards this thing that we want so badly, but it is not the right fit for us, then we can move towards the thing that's going to flow for us. And the next card is water, self-expression. And that's exactly it. It is going with that flow. It is understanding that sometimes we're redirected. And if you have a look at the Larimer card here as well, it's the same card. But if you have a look at the water is redirected into different ways that flow. Not, it doesn't go up a hill, because unless it can, of course, and this is a channel for it to be forced up a hill. A water element goes where it can flow, and that is what you're being asked to do. If something feels like a roadblock, it's got nothing to do with you as a person. You feel like this is all about you as a person, as it's your confidence, it's your belief in self. It is working on all those things, but it is not to make you doubt who you are. It is to make you realize that that's not for you. You are being redirected by Spirit to something else. It is an initiation of a form. It is you being shown a different way. You're being initiated into listening to this higher dimension, this other frequency, this thing that knows what's better for you. And when you start doing that, you'll have more confidence in yourself, because you're going with the flow. You're not persisting to come up against this brick wall, this brick wall, this brick wall. Let me have a look at what else we have for you. Oh my goodness. You guys are wow. You guys are awesome, and you're also going through the most amazing time here. My gosh. You've got some massive hard-hitting cards here. This renewal in your life, wow. You are just leveling up like nobody's business. you are going through a rebirth. You're going through a judgment. You know, the judgment card is here talking about an ending for you and a renewal, a rebirth, a new cycle. And with Pluto, this card is very Plutonic. You can't take with you the things that don't work. Pluto is, you know, hard and fast. This orphan feeling, this closing of your heart. I understand, you know, like painful, because this is talking about the death of something. Pluto is death and rebirth. That's exactly what this is. And this for you feels like it's, you know, your ancestors, but it's also very much the core of who you are. So you're not only leveling up for yourself, you're leveling up for your family lineage. And that's massive. No wonder this has felt so hard. No wonder you don't feel like you belong. No wonder you don't feel like you have enough friends in your family or whatever. And no wonder you feel like you need to close down your heart. But the thing that's coming in for you is that it's time to open it back up. That's where this renewal is coming in. Because when you can feel confident in yourself, you'll be able to open your heart up again. The Ace of Wands is talking about this lovely new path where you're excited and you're going on this awesome journey, and you're really strong. You're very powerful because you're in your power. You're in what you're passionate about, and you're following your there's too many things coming in my head, but you're walking to the beat of your own drum. You're not listening to anybody else. And when I say that, this is a group reading, so you take what resonates and you let the rest go. But what I mean here is that you start to march to the beat of your own drum. You listen to your higher wisdom. You listen to your higher self. You listen to the part of you that knows what is good for you. And when you keep hitting the brick wall, that you go the opposite direction. That is you being redirected. Now my ears are all changing frequency. I'm hearing a really high-pitched sound in my right ear, and the left ear has gone very hollow sounding. So you may end up this is a massive change for you. This is a massive renewal for you. I feel like your psychic senses, and particularly clairaudience, may come in for you. Self-expression, I'm feeling communication as well here. And you may start out on a journey of spiritual renewal. You may, start listening to your guides and start meditating, or whatever it is for you that you do, connect with crystals, whatever. And you may go on this journey of excitement and passion for you. The Empress is coming in here, and again, most gorgeous cards coming in for you, which you really need, because I know that you've been through a really hell time, feeling disconnected and not feeling like you belong, not feeling like you're part of a tribe. The Empress is coming in here talking about all the things that you do really well. She talks about fertility and bringing new things into existence. The Ace of Wands, right? She's right next to the Ace of Wands, and then you've got the Queen of Wands. Like, some fantastic cards here. You are leveling up. You are ending out a big, big cycle, and you are coming into this rebirth, this renewal of you at the very core of who you are. The Empress here is talking about the fruition of all of the goals that you might have, or one particular goal, one goal that you are passionate about. I am again being drawn to, this time it's your third eye. So again, you may have a vision that you see, and this vision is something that you need to really connect to. Start visioning it, start seeing it, start being passionate about it, and start channeling this passion into something. The Empress here is going to support you in that. You may meet friends or acquaintances, or just feels like you may have, it's like the road comes up to meet you. What does that mean? It means that in the past, it feels like the road has come up in a massive roadblock to meet you, and you can't go through it. No matter what you do, it's not working. Now this one, the Empress here, is showing you that the road comes up to meet you, which means that it's going to support you. So each step that you take, you get lifted up and up and up and up, because the Empress is supporting you with fertility. She is showing you that there's abundance here, There's growth, there's green pastures, the water is flowing. Like, this is an amazing card for you, pile 3. Like, this is an amazing reading for you. And then we've got the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, she knows what she wants. She knows who she is. Like, we've got the sunflowers there, the sunflowers again. It's like a new day is dawning for you. Like, big time. This is the sun personified in, but only in part of the card. So she's got this Leo energy. This is all about the sun. This is about the fire, about doing what you want to do, doing it well, and knowing that you do it well. So all of this doubt, all of this not belief in yourself, it's turning on its head. This renewal of you is letting go of the past. It is walking into your future in a confident, you know who you are kind of fashion. There is no pull at the solar plexus because you don't believe in yourself, or you might have listened to, you might have before, I'm putting it in the past, you might have listened to other people and felt that whatever their harsh words, towards you had something to do with you. And I really want to cry now. They don't. They've got nothing to do with you. Wayne Dyer, so a great spiritual teacher or communicator bringing those messages to the earth, one of his sayings was that what other people say about you has got nothing to do with you. That's all their stuff. And if you can come from that attitude that what people say about you has nothing to do with you, it's all about themselves. If they fire out something at you, it's really them projecting back at themselves. If you take it on board, that means that you think that what they've got to say is worthwhile. And this is about you learning that it's got nothing to do with you. You have been redirected by spirit because there's something better for you. There is something so much better for you, pile 3. This is an amazing renewal in your life. Please subscribe to my channel and make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you'll know when a new video is loaded. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Bye for now. Hi there, pile 4. If you chose the beautiful New Jade, then this is your reading about renewal. So endings and beginnings. Where are new beginnings coming in your life? In your family and relationships around family. So that could be that this might be your family, as in, the one that you were either born into or the one that you have. But with some of you, it's going to actually be related to in-laws and, a bit further away. But there feels like there's been a situation here where you have been feeling really guilty, or somebody around you has been feeling really guilty. And this guilt card talks about, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So the word I'm hearing is grudge. Someone has been holding a grudge against someone in their family. If you haven't watched the first 2 videos in this series, the one is about change and the other one is about growth. I do believe some of these cards came up in some of those readings. So if you're watching this and you haven't watched them, go to the playlists and find the first 2 in the series. But the last time Pam came in talking about fertility in the sense that this was about starting a family. And so for some of you, that can definitely be this message. You're having a renewal when it comes to that. For some of you, you are trying to get pregnant. For others of you, you do want to expand your family. So there's definitely these things happening here for some of you. This renewal is talking about that. But it's about releasing this guilt around whatever it is you feel that you have done to contribute to not getting pregnant, not starting a family when you wanted to, not having as many children as you wanted to, whatever the thing is for you. So Pan is coming in talking about fertility. So there is the opportunity to develop or start or have another person come into your life. But this could also be talking about bringing something else into your family. It could be your family starts something new. We've got the fork in the road here. So it means that there's more than one opportunity available to you. Depending on your current state of affairs and where your family is and how you want to, on whether you want to expand your family, there is an opportunity open for that. So there's two streams of people watching here with this New Jade. We have one lot of people who are looking at family and starting families and fertility issues. So in the family, you know, reproductive type of thing. Then we also have people here who have, there is a family grudge been going on. It is a fertile time and there is much opportunity, or there are more than one opportunities here for you to work through this stuff. Now that I've said that, what I want to say is the Treasure Island card here. Treasure Island is all about you understanding how important you are. It's not about, the way they're saying for me to say is usurping. I love it when they use big words. It's not about you putting anyone else's needs in front of your needs. What it is realizing how important you are. When you know how important you are, that means that you then have a lot more to give to others. You're able to share the wealth of who you are with other people, and you're able to do that with peace. You know, you're able to be you in your family. And so this can relate also to those people who are working on fertility issues, that if you're, you know, if there are issues around fertility and you and your partner might be doubting, you know, why you're not getting pregnant, or looking into why you're not getting pregnant, and you're feeling less than, you're not feeling good about who you are, Treasure Island is showing up so that you understand that fertility issues can be about many different things. And it's not about doubting yourself as a person, it is about supporting and growing as a person so that you can become the family that you want. Now underneath we have Serapis Bay, and it says go now, but it's in the reverse position. So what I feel this is calling to your mind at the moment, pile 2, is to not make any moves just yet until you know what you're doing. There is a fork in the road here. You know, there's a lot of energy that has gone around this thing. There's a lot of endings happening. We've got the 9. You're ending out a cycle of a lot of doubt, a lot of guilt, self-guilt. You're doubting a lot about whether you're going to be a good mother, wife, sister, daughter, whatever it is, with Lady Nada here. And this is all about bringing peace into your life. You know, it's not about torturing yourself. This renewal is about bringing peace in so that you are not feeling guilty about whatever this is, whether it's a family grudge or whether this is your family developing. We want to feel good about who we are. And this renewal for you could be around your mother, wife, sister, daughter. It could be that the grudge has been with them, or it could be that you don't feel like you're enough when it comes to those positions that you might hold. This is all about developing inside. This renewal is about developing you. So we've got some tarot cards here, so let's have a look at what we've got. And the moon is illuminating these secrets, or bringing them to light for us. I feel like that either this grudge or the doubt around the fertility, around whether you continue, like I feel like there's a doubt. I know this says guilt, but I'm still feeling this doubt. Whether you're doubting whether to go down that road, whether to continue. 13 is quite a lucky number. We're told that it's not, but it is. The moon here is asking you to look at the shadow side of whatever's happening. You know, not only your own shadow side. I feel like you're very good at picking out your own stuff and putting that into, you know, into the spotlight. But this is not about that. This is actually looking at everything, you know, and really sort of taking a really good view of everything that you can see here without bringing all of this guilt in for you. The Magician here is in the reverse. This is telling you that you are much stronger than you think. And it's running underneath this Treasure Island card. So this is you doubting yourself. This is you not believing that you're as powerful a manifester as you are. This is you not knowing that you can bring in the things that you want in your life. You are able to organize the 3D. My throat is really, really playing up with this group. This is you not really seeing the full potential that you have on this plane. You are an amazing person. You, whatever this thing is that you're working through, and there is a renewal here in, you know, an ending out of a cycle and a bringing in something new. It's around your family, and you may have been pigeonholed in your family. You may have felt like your ability to expand your family has all been your fault. And it certainly hasn't. There's an ending for this belief about yourself. This is an ending for you. You're coming into a new phase because you're identifying what has happened and you're seeing it much more clearly. And you do that by going within. The Hermit here is talking to you about going within. You may be starting to look at how your own family conditioning has created whatever's going on now. And that feels really strong for most of you. I feel like a lot of you don't know how important you are, and you don't know what a beautiful soul you are. There's this beautiful quietness inside you that you don't work with enough. And I feel like this card here, the Hermit, is really talking to you about your soul's growth. It's about going within so that you can grow. Whatever this thing has been coming up for you, it's about your soul's growth. You're being asked to grow. You're being asked to grow with your family connections, whether that's about fertility and bringing new life into your family, or whether that's about this grudge which has been hanging around for some time and it feels really, really heavy. Now, as I said before, we've got the Treasure Island here and we've got the Magician. You are an amazing manifester. At the moment, it's in the reverse position because you don't see it. There is a need for you to go within to understand what is happening around this time for you. My suggestion is to meditate because that's what this card is about. However, if you feel like you need to talk to someone else about it, then that's a great thing to do too. Going out in nature is also a great thing to do. You have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. So this to me is talking about a delay. This is talking about a slowing down in what it is that you are wanting to happen. So if you've had enough of this grudge and you would like to see it move on, there's a delay here. You're being told to go within and you're being told that there is a delay. So if the thing that you want doesn't show up, I feel like you need to just surrender to that. Now, I'm getting a really strong dynamic here in this spread with the fork in the road and the delay. So I feel like you might be stuck here because you want it to be a certain thing. You want it to go a certain way, and that's the only thing that you're prepared to look at. The fork in the road and the delay card and the Hermit are all coming in to show you that there's something else here that you're not paying attention to around this renewal for you, around family. So let's have a look at what it is. What is it that this fork in the road is wanting to draw your attention to? Can we get some more information on that, please? If you've chosen one of the other piles, you may be hearing some things that are similar. They're not exactly the same message, but there's a couple of threads that feel like they're linked. Okay, so we have the Strength card here. We have two eights. So eights are about stability. Eights are about, and actually we have three eights here. That's good because you're moving towards the end of this thing. So this renewal process, the renewal process feels like to me that you've been really working very hard on this and you haven't been seeing the results of your labours. You feel like you've been, it's been many moons that you've been working on it. Some of you may even have been thinking about using magic or have used magic to help the fertility part of this or to help get rid of the grudge. This card doesn't necessarily mean that, but I am feeling a strong pull here that some of you may have been using magic or wanted to use magic to get rid of whatever this thing is. Pile 4, this is the guilt coming in here. You feel like you're cursed, pile 4, and that's because you're putting a lot of hard work in here. The Tower in the reverse is showing me that something here needs to fall apart. What does that mean for you? The Tower is not the greatest card. Something here needs to fall apart for you before you can put it back together, before you can build and grow. So all the hard work that you're doing feels like it's in vain. You've had to use a lot of your strength to continue on this road. And you may even feel like you're falling apart. But where it's going for you is something needs to be built on a better, stronger foundation. So if you're having troubles getting pregnant, it may be that you need to look at your family dynamics. And that can be your own, that can be your partner's, that can be a combination of them. That can be what parenting looks like. That can be how we're going to parent this child. I know I've got such throat issues going on here. It may be speaking up. It may be speaking to your partner. It may be telling your partner how you feel guilty about not getting pregnant. Maybe not wanting to get pregnant. Whatever it is for you. There's a fork in the road here. There's something that you're not seeing. And that is that something here that you're trying to build this foundation on is not 100% how it needs to be. You want to build a solid foundation to build your family on so that it keeps growing from strength to strength, which is that strength card. You don't want to build a foundation of family on something that is not solid, because then it's just going to be put under more pressure. And that's what the Tower card is here in the reverse, telling you that this is a necessary thing. This is a transformation. This is a transformation that you need to go through to build the life that you want. And it has felt like hard work. You do have the strength for this though. Now, for those of you who are going through with the grudge here has been a lot of hard work for you too. And obviously you've been really drawing on your own strength. But again, there is a fork in the road here for you too. The fork in the road, it keeps pulling me. There's a secret here. There's something here with the secret and the fork in the road. There's something here that either you don't know yet or you don't see the importance of it yet, but it will come. The Tower here for you symbolizes something slightly different. This is you seeing that this actually comes crumbling down, that whatever it is that's kept this grudge going is actually falling apart. And that might mean that some people are going. I don't know how that relates, so I'm just going to give you the messages that I'm getting. Some people are going that might be contributing to this thing. The other message here is that there may be some necessary destruction. But if you've got a grudge going on, you don't want that to keep going. So the destruction of a grudge will be a positive thing. Make sure you go back and watch the change video. In particular, not really sure why, but there seems to be one that's calling you with your name on it. I hope you've got what you needed to get out of this renewal message here. It's a big time of change in your life. Thanks for watching again. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when a new video gets loaded up. Thanks for being here. See you next time. Bye for now.